Have you ever believed that the most powerful faces in the entertainment industry always maintain their glamorous allure, untouched by time? The reality is far more brutal. The thick layers of makeup they wear every day aren't just a style choice, but a perfect shell to hide the harsh secrets on their skin. When the faucet washes away the wax, the glue, and the dozens of extreme concealer layers, they transform into completely different people, so much so that you'll have to rub your eyes in disbelief. The idols who once drove millions of fans crazy are now left bare with patchy skin, pitted scars, and utter exhaustion. The transformations of the 19 black celebrities below, as they completely shed their extreme makeup to return to stark reality, will shatter every illusion of perfection you've ever known. 19 Keke Palmer, the pain behind the bare face. Keke Palmer was born for the spotlight. From a child star, she rose to become a Hollywood A-lister with a meticulously sculpted appearance. On the red carpet, audiences are used to a glamorous Keke, full-coverage foundation, sharply contoured cheekbones, and alluring smoky eyes. Hollywood always demands perfection, and she met that demand with top-tier makeup techniques to maintain her A-list image. However, the reality behind the scenes was a relentless battle with her health. For years, Keke endured swollen, bleeding cystic acne and severe dark spots. Every morning before filming, she spent hours in the makeup chair. Experts had to slather her face with countless layers of thick concealer and heavy powder to cover up every trace of her condition. Keke used extreme makeup not just to shine, but to hide the insecurity that gnawed at her every day. She ran everywhere searching for a cure. She adopted strict diets, took specialized medications, and knocked on the doors of top dermatologists in the U.S., only to receive superficial diagnoses. It wasn't until she dug into medical literature herself and demanded deeper tests that she uncovered the truth. Polycystic ovary syndrome, PCOS. The disease caused hormonal imbalances, leading to endless skin inflammation. Then, in December 2020, Keke decided to stop hiding. On her personal page, she posted a series of close-up, 100% barefaced photos. No lighting filters, not a single drop of foundation. She stripped back her skin, revealing severe acne, scars, and redness. The stark contrast left audiences stunned, almost unable to recognize the sharp, haughty star from the day before. But in the exact moment of shedding the makeup that took hours to apply, Keke exuded an authentic magnetism. Her eyes were still bright, her smile retained its proud flair. By daring to expose a damaged, bare face, she proved that a night-and-day difference before and after makeup doesn't destroy a star's image. It was her most powerful declaration to reclaim her freedom and embrace her true self. 18 RuPaul, the unbelievable barefaced man behind the drag. In 1993, the hit single supermodel catapulted RuPaul from performing in the basements of underground clubs straight to national U.S. television. To create the persona of an almost 8-foot-tall black supermodel, he had to undergo a makeup process that completely neutralized his biological masculine features. His real eyebrows were glued flat with industrial stick glue. His square jawline was optically reshaped using 3 layers of foundation and dark contouring powder. The sides of his temples were taped and pulled tightly back to his neck to lift his entire face, all hidden beneath a massive wig. One November night that year, at the Sound Factory Club in Manhattan, RuPaul had just finished an hour-long performance. Under the blinding strobe lights, the frantic crowd screamed their queen's name. But stepping backstage and closing the door to the cramped dressing room, his body was exhausted. The tight corset restricting his ribs made him gasp for air. Sweat poured down, mixing with cheap eyelash glue and stinging his eyes. RuPaul slumped into the makeup chair. By a decisive motion, he tore off the heavy wig and pulled out the metal bobby pins digging into his scalp. A makeup wipe soaked in remover was scrubbed hard against his face, peeling off the thick layers of makeup and 5 pairs of stiff, false lashes. If anyone accidentally bumped into RuPaul right then, few would recognize that the fierce queen on TV was present in the form of a bald, middle-aged black man. The gap between the two images is a 180-degree contrast. However, that shock quickly gave way to admiration for his raw beauty. Stripped of dramatic makeup, RuPaul's bare face revealed masculine, angular, and incredibly elegant features. His eyes, previously buried under heavy makeup, now exuded the calm, sharp demeanor of a businessman who single-handedly built an entertainment empire. His rustic smile brought a sense of warmth, a far cry from his haughty stage persona. RuPaul's unbelievable transformation before and after taking off his makeup is the very embodiment of his famous philosophy: we're all born naked, and the rest is drag. Extreme makeup is his weapon to perform and manipulate the audience's vision. Meanwhile, his serene bare face is the truest portrait of the genius mind that created such a gorgeous illusion. 17. Kevin Aviance, the 90s club Kid Mutant. Kevin Aviance wasn't a typical female impersonating drag artist. He was an alien creature, ruling the dark underground clubs of 90s New York. During the Club Kid era, where the bizarre was worshipped, Kevin created a persona that exhausted every boundary of aesthetics. He didn't seek glamorous beauty, but used makeup to forge a horrifying avant-garde appearance designed to manipulate the crowd's vision. Before stepping into the infamous Limelight Club, Kevin would shave his head completely bald and coat his face in a layer of stark white paint as thick as wall plaster. On that stark white canvas, he used a charcoal pencil to draw pitch-black, needle-sharp lips stretching all the way to his ears. The final touch was a pair of opaque white contact lenses completely erasing his pupils. When Kevin strutted on towering heels, draped in skin-tight metallic outfits, the crowd instinctively parted. It was the presence of a visual machine, a mutant spreading both awe and terror. But when dawn cast its first rays over Manhattan, the curtain fell. Kevin returned to his small apartment, stood before the sink, and began to unmask. Using a strong cleanser, he scrubbed away the industrial white paint clinging to his skin. The mutant mask peeled off and washed down the drain. Unlike the grotesque figure from hours before, the person standing in front of the mirror was just a 20-year-old black man with healthy brown skin, sharp, masculine features, and an incredibly ordinary look. Despite facing a brutal hate crime in 2006, Kevin Aviance never broke. The white paint might have washed away, but his iron spirit could never be shattered. Rising from the pain stronger than ever, Kevin proved that violence can never extinguish true art. He didn't retreat into the shadows, but continued to shine, becoming a living legend, an immortal symbol of pride and the fierce vitality of the underground community. 16. Dorian Corey, drag legend and the dust-filled apartment. Dorian Corey is an unshakable monument of the underground ballroom scene in 80s Harlem. Someone who brought the breath of Hollywood's golden age into the cramped runways meant for Black and Hispanic queer youth. On those fiery runways, Dorian delivered a visual strike with her haughty makeup. To transform into a silver screen siren, she layered a full-coverage foundation to hide every trace of age. Her eyes were expanded with sweeping, voluminous false lashes, paired with razor-sharp eyeliner and meticulously lined, bright red lips. Draped in self-sewn, sequin-studded capes, Dorian conjured an impenetrable illusion of immense wealth and ultimate femininity. However, behind that magnificent shell lay a stark reality, captured truthfully through the lens of the legendary 1990 documentary Paris is Burning. Leaving the runway, Dorian returned to a cluttered apartment, overflowing with fabrics and wigs scattered across Manhattan. Once the heavy, pore-clogging makeup was washed away, the illusion of a proud movie star instantly shattered. Instead, the camera revealed the true physical form of an elderly black man. Gone were the piercing eyes. Dorian's bare face showed tired, hooded eyelids, age spots etched into sagging skin, and hollow cheekbones. She sat quietly on an old chair, draped in a thin robe, diligently doing her makeup for the next performance. When Dorian passed away in 1993, she left behind a legacy that transcended layers of powder or any secrets behind closed doors. In the minds of the community, she remains a philosopher, a revered mother who used her wisdom, composure, and immense heart to shelter countless stray souls. Dorian's flawless makeup wasn't just for a show. It was her way of rising above a cruel world. Her legacy lives on, passing down an invaluable lesson to the next generation about dignity and walking tall while living your truth. 15. Pepper LaBeija, the opulent illusion of 80s ballroom. Pepper LaBeija was hailed as the legendary mother who led the House of LaBeija through countless fierce ballroom nights in Harlem. In an underground world where queer people of color had to battle poverty and discrimination, the runway was their only place to establish power. Pepper used heavy drag makeup as a survival tool to transform her identity. To win, she sculpted her face with harsh contouring that squeezed her cheekbones, drew sharply lined, dark lips, and covered her eyelids in blinding gold shimmer. Coupled with elaborately styled wigs and massive fur coats, Pepper created an appearance that perfectly replicated a wealthy white Upper East Side socialite. That makeup obscured her roots, masking the brutal reality of the streets outside. Yet the cruelty of that illusion was fully exposed when the ball ended. Also captured in the raw footage of Paris is Burning, the moment Pepper shed her millionaire mask left a profound visual haunting. She sank into a tattered armchair in her cramped apartment and ripped off her haughty wig. Under the faucet, the gold shimmer, the contoured cheekbones, and the heavily lined lips were completely washed away. Stripped of her protective makeup, there was no trace of an upper-class socialite on camera. It was simply a middle-aged black man. His real hair revealed shiny bald spots. His facial skin was sagging, lifeless, and deeply etched with the wrinkles of hardship. Even though her final years were confined to a wheelchair due to illness, Pepper LaBeija's throne never once wavered. Physical deterioration could not dim the magnificent core of a queen. Pepper spent her entire life turning cramped runways into a real home, bringing love to the vulnerable who were rejected by their own families. When she passed away in 2003, she entered the pantheon of legends. The name Pepper LaBeija became an eternal monument, someone who used glamour to light up hope for an entire generation. 14. Bob the Drag Queen, stripping bare the drag queen. Bob the Drag Queen is a storm sweeping through the contemporary drag art scene. Armed with razor-sharp wit and satirical humor, the RuPaul's Drag Race Season 8 champion shattered every mold to claim the crown. To create Bob's persona, the artist relies on heavy-duty, sculptural makeup, chiseling male facial structures with sharp, dark contour, painting white cut creases on the eyelids, overlining massive lips, and wearing towering, extravagant wigs. Under the lights, Bob emerges as a loud, fierce, and powerful black woman ready to devour any attention. That glamour is an energy machine drawing millions of eyes. But when the velvet curtain falls, the unmasking happens to an extreme degree. Back in the dressing room, the stiff hairspray and eyebrow-blocking wax are scrubbed off. The thick layer of foundation mixed with sweat is swept away by makeup wipes. In an instant, the loud and glamorous appearance evaporates without a trace. Stepping out onto the bustling streets of New York, there is no radiant Queen Bob, only Caldwell Tideque, a tall, bald black man with a beard, wearing glasses and a simple dark puffer jacket. He quietly rides the subway alongside thousands of people, even standing right next to fans, wildly discussing his show without anyone realizing it. However, this total anonymity isn't a loss. It's proof of a genius mind. Caldwell utilizes drag not just as a disguise, but as an ultimate weapon to broadcast messages of freedom and equality. His quiet, composed, bare face is the birthplace of his boldest ideas. Caldwell proves that true art doesn't depend on the outer armor, but lies in the creator's mind. He has elevated drag art, rising to become a resilient and highly intellectual symbol of social activism. 13. Angela White, Black China, dismantling the million-dollar persona. Angela White, under the guise of Black China, was once a storm of controversy sweeping across America. Starting as a stripper in Miami, she molded herself into a reality TV empire with an appearance exaggerated to the point of surrealism. Her surgically enhanced curves and heavily injected face sent the tabloids into a frenzy, turning her into a powerful bad girl who raked in millions with just the flutter of her heavy false lashes. That sharp, intimidating face was a lucrative cash machine, making the public assume it was her true self. But in March 2023, at a Beverly Hills clinic, she decided to personally assassinate this character. The dismantling process began when a doctor injected hyaluronidase enzymes directly into her cheeks, jawline, and lips to dissolve years of accumulated filler. She lay still in the chair, gritting her teeth through the stinging needles. As the chemicals took effect, deflating the artificial swelling, she returned home for the final purge. Standing before the bathroom sink, she used makeup remover to wash away the thick foundation and peel off the remnants of her heavy fake lashes. Looking up into the mirror, the everyday scandalous persona had completely vanished. Standing there was only Angela White, a 34-year-old woman with chubby cheeks, a gentle smile, skin dotted with freckles, and incredibly natural features. Millions of viewers who watched her barefaced video that day experienced a visual shock. They were stunned to admit they couldn't find even a 1% connection between this sweet-looking woman and the bad girl of America from just a few days prior. 12 Doja Cat, shedding the crimson shell in Paris. Doja Cat is the brilliant mutant of contemporary pop. From a satirical internet phenomenon, she skyrocketed to global superstardom with avant-garde breakthroughs that shattered all aesthetic boundaries. Mega hits like Say So and Paint the Town Red blew up the charts, while she effortlessly manipulated the high-fashion world with bizarre, extravagant looks that challenged every gaze. On the morning of January 23, 2023, inside a Paris hotel room, Doja Cat sat perfectly still for 5 hours. Makeup artists sprayed a vibrant red paint over her entire head, face, and neck. Immediately after, 30,000 crimson Swarovski crystals were hand-applied to every centimeter of her skin using industrial adhesive. Hours later, she strutted into the Schiaparelli show as a fierce, eerie, extraterrestrial being. This extreme makeup completely swallowed her biological features, turning her into a cold, walking ruby sculpture. But when night fell, removing that shell in the hotel bathroom was a grueling battle. Doja Cat had to use strong solvents to melt the glue, scrape off layers of stuck crystals, and scrub her face raw to wash away the pore-clogging paint. When the eyebrow-blocking wax was peeled off, her real face emerged under the fluorescent lights. The bizarre haute couture creature was gone. Standing before the mirror was simply 27-year-old Amala Dlamini, completely bald, eyebrowless, with freckled skin and exhausted under-eye bags. Her raw, vulnerable, bare face starkly contrasted the fierce image that dominated front pages just hours before, leaving anyone who hadn't followed her makeup process utterly clueless as to who was underneath all those crystals. 11 Lil Kim, the naked truth under the studio lights. Lil Kim is one of the fiercest and most seductive queen bees in hip-hop history. From the fractured streets of Brooklyn, she ascended to the 90s throne with her eccentric fashion and razor-sharp lyrics completely redefining sex appeal in music. Her fiery rap tracks, neon-colored wigs, and sharply sculpted makeup once shook pop culture. Her heavy makeup, combined with multiple plastic surgeries, turned her face into a rigid, glossy icon, like an untouchable comic book character. Because of such meticulous camouflage, the public had almost forgotten the true texture and natural lines of Lil Kim's skin. But one morning in 2018, that idolized appearance completely collapsed. She accidentally appeared on a live stream from a recording studio before her glam squad could get to her. Without the extravagant wigs, her thin black hair looked unkempt in the back. Missing the stiff, false lashes and maximum coverage foundation, her bare skin revealed dark circles, blemishes, and uneven tones. Her lips, lacking their signature heavy dark liner, suddenly appeared smaller and pale. The harsh, unedited studio lighting exposed every wrinkle and the fatigue of a woman in her 40s. Viewers tuning into the broadcast that day fell into absolute confusion. The comment section exploded. "Who is this? What is this woman doing in Lil' Kim's studio?" The absence of makeup contouring, sharp lines, and stage lights returned Lil' Kim to a form so unpretentious that even her most loyal fans were stunned, unable to recognize their Queen Bee. 10. Grace Jones, the warrior unmasked. Grace Jones has always been an untouchable visual machine. Throughout the 80s, she used her beauty to intimidate the world. The pinnacle of that cold sharpness was recreated at the Olympia Theater during a filmed concert. Under the blinding lights, she appeared wearing a golden skull mask, her cheekbones contoured with black powder as sharp as a razor, her lips painted a cold, deep purple, and her hair slicked fiercely back. She stood there like an alien warrior god, a genderless creature devoid of any weaknesses. But that entire prickly shell was stripped away in the 2017 documentary Grace Jones, Bloodlight and Bamie. Director Sophie Fiennes captured a brutally honest and contrasting milestone. From the roaring warrior in Dublin, the camera cut straight to Spanish Town, her hometown in Jamaica. On a sun-drenched morning, Grace Jones shed all her avant-garde makeup. No pitch-black contour or razor-sharp lips. Wearing a simple robe, completely barefaced, she sat eating breakfast and joking with her family in a rustic local accent. Audiences were floored. Her dark, glowing skin was smooth, her bone structure soft, and her eyes held an unexpected stillness and warmth. There was no avant-garde machine here, only a stripped-down, gentle woman full of humanity. This shocking contrast in the film didn't destroy Grace Jones's image. It elevated her to an even greater height. She proved that the coldness on stage was merely armor for a black woman to conquer the ruthless entertainment industry. Her gentle, bare face in Jamaica is the true root of her stormy power. Grace Jones maintains total control over her illusion, a proud monument who will never be swallowed by the very legend she created. 9. Teyana Taylor, peeling off the beastly prosthetics. Teyana Taylor always knows how to turn her body into an instrument of visual shock, ready to smash any beauty standards. Her most astonishing and iconic milestone took place on August 28, 2016, at the MTV VM. When Kanye West's Fade music video premiered globally. In the final scene of the video, Teyana appeared as a feline mutant. Special effects makeup artists used prosthetics to create a lion-like snout, protruding cheekbones, and the bizarre jaw structure of a beast. This grotesque appearance entirely consumed her natural elegance, transforming her into a wild creature that left the entire entertainment world stunned and buzzing. However, Teyana's greatest transformation lay at the exact opposite extreme. In January 2023, at the prestigious Sundance Film Festival, the indie film 1001 premiered. Playing Inez, a single mother struggling in the harsh reality of 90s New York, Teyana made a brutal decision regarding her beauty. She completely rejected any concealment. On the big screen, audiences faced a Teyana without a single drop of concealer. She laid her bare skin raw, exposing hyperpigmentation, deep dark circles, wrinkles, and chapped lips. Gone was the feline mutant or the sultry singer. On screen was only an exhausted woman who possessed eyes as resilient and sharp as knives. That very moment of showing her raw, uncovered face brought Teyana to the pinnacle of glory, helping the film win the Grand Jury Prize at Sundance. She proved that she doesn't need to hide behind bizarre silicone prosthetics or glamorous makeup to assert her talent. That gritty, authentic bare face carried unmatched cinematic power, honoring Teyana as a true artist, willing to sacrifice all glamour to live and die for her art. 8. Josephine Baker, shedding the vaudeville glamour. Josephine Baker was one of the first African-American female entertainers to achieve global fame. Her career exploded in Paris in the 1920s, especially at the Folies Bergère with her danse sauvage and her famous banana skirt. For her stage persona, Baker applied the highly dramatic makeup style typical of the theatrical era to maximize her expressions under the stage lights. Her hair was cut short and slicked tight to her skull with shiny black pomade. Her natural eyebrows were shaved off and replaced with a thin, upward-arching black pencil line. Her skin was often covered in light powder, paired with heavily drawn, shrunken heart-shaped lips. Yet her real-life image in the 1950s was the complete opposite. Stepping away from the limelight, Baker retreated to the Chateau des Milans in southern France, where she adopted and raised 12 multi-ethnic orphans, whom she called her Rainbow Tribe. Historical photographs from this period show a Josephine Baker who did not abuse cosmetics. She appeared barefaced, revealing her natural skin and the natural wrinkles of aging. Gone were the razor-sharp brows and thick powder. Her appearance was everyday and rustic, truly reflecting her role as a devoted mother and civil rights activist, a 100% departure from the dazzling sex symbol in Paris. 7. Eartha Kitt, the Catwoman, reveals her real-life freckles. Eartha Kitt was a legendary singer and actress who redefined the standards of allure in American pop culture. Her most famous visual milestone was in 1967 when she took on the role of Catwoman in the 3rd season of the Batman television series. To craft her feline persona, makeup artists applied an incredibly sharp style. Pitch black liquid eyeliner stretching up to her temples, high-arched, drawn-on eyebrows, and deeply hollowed contouring on her cheeks. This makeup became her trademark, turning her into a symbol of danger and power. By 1968, Eartha Kitt's career in the U.S. came to a screeching halt after she made anti-war statements at the White House and was blacklisted. In the 1970s, she moved to a sprawling farm in New Milford, Connecticut. There, her everyday life was entirely devoid of makeup. Archival footage showing her planting crops, tending to poultry, and spending time with her daughter Kit Shapiro revealed an Eartha Kitt with a natural bare face. Her face clearly showed age spots and freckles with none of the sharp eyeliner. The contrast between her menacing television Catwoman persona and the simple, rustic appearance of a farming woman in Connecticut showed a total separation between her work and her real life. 6. Erykah Badu washing away the tribal paint. Erykah Badu, crowned the Queen of Neo-Soul, is famous for her fashion and beauty style, deeply infused with Afrofuturism and tribal cultural rituals. Throughout her career from the 90s to the present, at major award shows or events like the Met Gala and Soul Train Awards, she frequently applies iconic tribal makeup. Experts use eyeliner or face paint to draw dots and symmetrical geometric lines down her nose bridge, forehead, and cheekbones. Her eyelids are often dusted with neon powder or adorned with crystals, combined with massive head wraps that obscure part of her face. This look gives her the appearance of a mysterious goddess or prophet. Conversely, in her daily life and on her personal social media platforms, Erykah Badu follows a holistic lifestyle and frequently appears 100% barefaced. A prime example was in 2020, during her quarantine concert series broadcast straight from her bedroom in Dallas, Texas, where she appeared completely makeup-free. Her stripped-down face exposed her natural skin, devoid of any geometric patterns or concealer. Badu openly advocates for natural skincare and embraces the aging process, presenting a raw, pure image that is the complete opposite of the cryptic, complex face paint the public normally sees on the red carpet. 5. Dennis Rodman, haggard behind the glitter. Dennis Rodman is a former NBA professional basketball player famously known for breaking gender norms in sports and pop culture during the 1990s. Throughout his time playing for the Chicago Bulls, alongside his constantly changing neon hair, Rodman frequently appeared in public wearing drag-inspired makeup. At the 1996 launch of his autobiography, Bad As I Wanna Be, or at the MTV VMAs, he sported heavy makeup, thick black eyeliner, glitter covering his eyelids, painted nails, and lip gloss. This colorful makeup turned him into a media phenomenon that challenged all traditional masculine stereotypes. However, behind that flashy makeup lay a physique bearing the scars of decades of elite sports and a heavy partying lifestyle. In the 2020 sports documentary The Last Dance, and in casual interviews after his retirement, Dennis Rodman appeared completely barefaced. His skin clearly revealed gauntness, deep wrinkles, and the marks of aging. The absence of glitter, eyeliner, or any coverage returned a starkly honest look, vividly exposing the physical wear and tear of a former athlete, a complete contrast to the vibrant, wild image plastered all over the tabloids in the 1990s. For Missy Elliott, shedding the sci-fi persona. Missy Elliott is a pioneering female rapper and music producer who redefined the aesthetics of hip-hop music videos in the late 90s and early 2000s. Under Hype Williams' direction, music videos like The Rain and She's a Bitch thrust Missy into heavy sci-fi looks. The makeup techniques used were incredibly complex. She wore a bald cap, had her face painted in metallic colors, stuck dozens of crystals around her eyes, and wore black or neon green lip gloss. This edgy, futuristic look set a new standard, obliterating the cookie-cutter sexy image expected of female artists at the time. In real life, however, Missy Elliott maintains an extremely minimalist style. Known as an introvert, she spends most of her time in the recording studio producing music for herself and other artists. In behind-the-scenes videos or candid photos, Missy uses zero metallic makeup or crystal embellishments. She is frequently seen barefaced, wearing thick-rimmed glasses, baggy tracksuits, and a baseball cap. Her makeup-free face shows off naturally youthful, rounded features. Missy Elliott's simplicity and private studio life completely contradict the bizarre, sharp, and highly ostentatious personas in her music videos. 3. Lizzo, exposing irritated skin. Lizzo is a Grammy-winning singer, songwriter, and flutist known for her explosive performance energy. Lizzo's stage aesthetic borrows heavily from drag queen culture to stand out under harsh lighting. Her glam squad often uses the baking technique, cuts her eyelid creases with blinding shimmer, applies massive, multi-layered false lashes, and heavily overlines her lips. This maximum coverage makeup ensures her look stays glamorous and sharp through hours of vigorous choreography on stage. Contrary to that glamour, Lizzo is one of the leading artists in the skin realism movement on social media. On her personal TikTok and Instagram channels, she frequently posts 100% barefaced videos to share her skincare routines. Lizzo openly displays her true skin texture, including red breakouts, irritated patches, dark spots, and uneven skin tone. She refuses to use concealing filters in these videos, aiming to normalize dermatological issues. Her transparency in ditching heavy stage makeup to show a bare face with imperfections provides a realistic perspective, smashing the pressure of fake perfection on social media. 2. Cardi B, the shocking sleepy bare face. Cardi B is a top-tier female rapper whose personal style is tied to high glam ostentation. At major fashion events like the Met Gala, Cardi B's makeup routine demands highly complex techniques. Makeup artists use full-coverage foundation, aggressive contouring to snatch her jawline and nose, and often glue pearls or crystals directly onto her face. Her eyebrows are sharply drawn with pomade, and her eyes always feature overlapping layers of false lashes. This makeup creates a flawless, immaculate look, much like a meticulously carved sculpture. Despite having a top-tier glam team, Cardi B is famous for not hesitating to show her rawest, bare face to the public. She regularly goes live on Instagram or X early in the morning right after waking up, or while at home taking care of her kids. In these moments, Cardi B wears absolutely no makeup. She shows off her natural frizzy hair, hyperpigmentation on her skin, under eye bags, and her natural upper lip fuzz. Actively showing her sleepy, unpolished, bare face is her way of proving the clear distinction between her glamorous commercial red carpet image and the biological reality of an everyday woman. 1. Michael Jackson, the vitiligo camouflage. Michael Jackson, the king of pop, is one of the most famous cases in entertainment history of using makeup for medical reasons. Starting in the mid-1980s, his appearance began to change significantly due to vitiligo, an autoimmune disorder that destroys melanin pigment cells, creating patchy white spots across the body. In the early stages of the disease, when the white patches hadn't yet spread widely, Jackson's makeup artist used highly pigmented, extreme coverage dark foundations like Dermablend. The goal was to darken the depigmented areas to match his natural brown skin tone. However, as the disease progressed and the white patches covered the majority of his body, maintaining his original skin color became impossible and overwhelmingly time-consuming. His makeup strategy had to be reversed, using light-colored foundation to blur out the remaining dark patches, creating an even skin tone under intense stage lighting. In addition to full coverage foundation, the loss of pigment also blurred his natural biological facial features. To correct this, Michael Jackson utilized medical cosmetic tattooing. Official autopsy reports confirmed he had permanent pink lip liner tattoos, dark eyebrow tattoos, and black eyeliner tattoos to redefine his facial structure. For decades, the media constantly exploited this change, accusing him of intentionally abusing cosmetic procedures to bleach his skin. However, medical reports in Michael Jackson's extreme makeup were actually a necessary defense mechanism. The heavy, sometimes rigid-looking makeup was the only tool that helped him camouflage the vitiligo patches, protect his depigmented skin from UV rays, and maintain the most complete appearance possible in front of millions of fans. Which star's makeup-free reveal shocked you the most? Drop a comment below to share your thoughts. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel to join us for more videos and articles uncovering the shocking truths behind showbiz glamour.